but they say Van Dijk looks suspicious because now there's Anthony turning his right foot. You're marking him.
Now, but I think Liverpool underestimated Old Trafford and their history.
Yeah.
Because you know, in the current group of players we have, he's the only one who can do that.
Yeah, Kobe.
I don't see any young player, even Phil Foden, right? As good as he is, he can't do what the boy does, boy.
And
That's why a lot of people have described him as he's 18, but he looks like he has 18 years experience.
That's what Ten Hag has done well in his tenure at United. He has had a lot of injuries, and that game just shows that what he can do when he has a good squad and some big games that he can win. So I think it's just saved his job with that Liverpool game. Ten Hag has done well in his tenure at United. He has had a lot of injuries, and that game just shows that what he can do when he has a good squad and some big games that he can win. So I think it's just saved his job with that Liverpool game.
And as Arsenal fans, we've been calling for a midfield of Partey, Declan Rice, and Odegaard.
But Partey is on his way out, bro. I think it's intentional that he's not playing.
I think he's...
No, true. I agree.
Yeah.
That's hence what I'm saying.
And the reason he's not going to play is because of those reasons rather than the tactical reasons.
Yeah, there's no technical reasons.
Yeah, because there's a lot of games that have needed Partey in the past, but he's never played because of those reasons.
No, but I also hate this guy, dog. Like Arteta for what he's doing, dog. Like he's so... Like I don't get it.
Yeah.
He was the one because that's where they put the most pressure on him. Then the way he just released it to the winger. I mean, Gabriel is class. So what are we saying? We're saying Raya, Saliba, Gabriel. Okay, right back. Kyle Walker, left back.
Hey, left back is very cheap.
Brentford are not that good this season.
Currently,
we'll win 1-1.
What would you say is your best midfield
currently?
Yeah, like with the players you guys have.
I would say Casemiro, MAINOO, Bruno Fernandes.
And then what?
Double pivot.
Yeah. Okay. No, it's fine.
Yeah.
But Eriksen is back.
Eriksen is tired, doesn't have heart. Let's call it gentlemen, but ladies and gentlemen.
When it rains, it pours.
The rain is pouring very much. If you can still hear us, shout out to you. We are trying to hear us.
You have a little bench warmer.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's match day.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know the vibes. Smash day, full-time footy, the Red Devils, and one Jesus follower this time.
One Jesus follower.
Mr. is truly on some leave, so we'll give him that. Just dealing with some few employer-related issues.
Yeah, I know the employer is dealing with him.
As always.
But you know what the
23,000. No, but yeah, it's match day, ladies and gentlemen. On my left, Debs are the pastor. Far left, I'll give it to him to do his own introduction. It's fine.
I'm sure if you're on the far left, he's back again, Baba. The best looking guy on YouTube is back again with the shades.
I can't be the one who's saying that, so it's fine. What's happening, Debs, bro?
Bro, we're back again. Not much to say. It's just been, it's just been going on, you know. At least we took a rest from United pain, so...
We didn't want to take that break, bro. Just to...
We're on the road.
A 4-3 road. Just roll.
Flip! We had a stinker. Some people had a stinker there.
But you haven't recorded since that match,
right? Yeah. Maybe it's
I think we recorded before that match.
Hey, that match was sick and fun.
And is that where we're starting, bro?
I think they start there before we go to...
some people had a stinker, bro.
Like, that match, boy, was a classic, boy. It was a classic FA Cup match, Fana.
And FA Cups are meant to be like that. You go, it's like end-to-end stuff. Because in the league, someone is more likely to say, a throw is not a bad result.
Sit back.
Yeah.
And get
it was a classic FA Cup match.
It's a classic knockout, like knockout competition game, dog. That's what you expect.
Yeah.
When people are playing a knockout game.
Yeah.
Like, play like you're not playing tomorrow. Like,
especially because it was Manchester United versus Liverpool.
It's Wembley.
You know,
I think that's the first time I can say it was Manchester United versus Liverpool. If you know what I mean. You know, like.
No, it was a classic Man United versus Liverpool match.
Yeah, but just for context, that game, right? Manchester United versus Liverpool in the quarterfinal of the FA Cup at Old Trafford.
Yeah.
Personally, I feel like Old Trafford is not one of those grounds where it's a tough ground to go to in terms of the history behind it. But in recent years, you can't even hear the fans sometimes, and the more time goes, the fans turn to the home players, and that's why I think United, they have better chances of winning or getting results later on the match if they are away, because at home it gets toxic and it gets to the players. But on that FA Cup, bro,
The fans were up for it. The fans were up for it.
Cameo.
When Anthony scored there, that's when I realized that United got that. First of all, Anthony, it was the first time I see him in the box, boy. Just that day. Like, it's the first time I've seen him in the box. Like, ever since I started watching that guy, I've never seen him in the box.
He's always outside.
He's always hugging the touchline, boy. Not even on the edge of the 18-yard. He's always hugging the touchline. And I'm like, first of all, you don't know how to cross. You don't know how to shoot. What are you doing there?
Nope.
And he was in the box, boy.
Inside.
And he did that Makeda turn. I'm like, he even scored with his right foot.
With his right foot.
Like,
You couldn't get that thing out, bro.
But they say Van Dijk looks suspicious because the other Anthony turning his right foot. You're marking him.
Now, but I think Liverpool underestimated Old Trafford and their history.
Yeah.
Because if you watch that game, United took the lead, right? And then but Kobe MAINOO in that game, boy. Bro. Especially, I think the first 30 minutes there, or the first, like, before Liverpool scored.
35, I think, even 35.
35, when it was still before the 1-0 and before the 1-1.
Yeah.
We're posting the game. Like,
we weren't posting the game. Kobe MAINOO was posting the game. Because you could see, and imagine, he's in there with a midfield. Okay, well, our midfield, Man United doesn't count because we played Scott, we played Bruno. There are no literally Scott and Bruno are like two number 10s. We don't know what's happening.
And Scott is a striker.
So anything in the midfield in our half, more especially,
it belongs to Kobe.
It was Kobe. You could see,
and he's busy in by himself in the
and
field,
he's in there. He's bossing Endo.
Boy,
he's bossing
McAllister,
the
Szoboszlai
and Szoboszlai.
Dog.
Yeah.
And
that time, even the two centre backs that were playing were not really contributing much.
Yeah.
So literally, this guy was there and cool and calm on the ball.
There's a clip that I saw on Twitter. This guy literally, there's a ball in the, I think it was in the 16-yard area. Mm-hmm. He runs into it, If it was any other player, he was gonna. He just took a touch and then passed it back to the keeper. I'm like, this boy is class so far. How can you be composed like that?
He came in running into the ball and then he passed back to Onana.
There's a touch. Yeah. He started by touching the ball just a bit. I'm like, this boy is class.
I think that was a goal-scoring opportunity.
For Liverpool. I'm like, this boy is. And then that thing he did on the left hand side before
but that's almost like his trademark, where he's like almost hacking the touchline, or he's in a tight corner with two opposition players are pressing him. Then he just finds a way to maneuver, because if I recall, he also did it yesterday against England versus Belgium. And then he was fouled by Onana, the Belgium Onana. But that seems to be his trademark. And I've watched a few highlights when he was still playing on under 18s for United. That seems to be his trademark. But as a young player, you can't just take everything that you have from under 18s. You need to gradually bring into your game. So I think, Kobe MAINOO,
it's generational. In the current group of players we have, He's the only one who can do that.
Yeah, Kobe Mainoo.
I don't see any young player, even Phil Foden, right? As good as he is, he can't do what that boy does, boy.
And
the thing is, that's why a lot of people have described him as he's 18, but he looks like he has 18 years experience.
That's what
to have that maturity, that calmness, that composure,
and playing
on
in
the
midfield.
ball. And playing as a number 6, I see playing in midfield. And I don't
boy.
think there's anyone his age who can play a number 6 position.
There's none, boy.
Yeah,
there's
even
none.
23 and below.
And that's why
I don't see them playing a midfield like that.
There's none, boy. Because you need experience to play midfield.
Yeah, because that's why a lot of breakthrough players or players that break through when they're young, it's mostly attackers because you're only judged with your outcome, the goal,
output. Yeah,
but to play in midfield and play number 6 and be that calm and composed and
you know what I love about him, ne?
Yeah.
He gives me Jude Bellingham vibes. And he knows he's a star, and he like if you watch him, ne, and boy,
it doesn't pay.
Like, you like when you watch him, his aura, boy. Like
and even the way he speaks, like everything about him is
even on Instagram, boy.
Like you saw how clean his Instagram is. Even when he announced the England squad thing, he was
like chill. It's like shit. I expected this thing.
But like also we'll get to it in terms of the squad selection for England and stuff. But I think I'm excited to. I know you guys say he must leave United, but let's finish this segment on Liverpool United. What was your other key takeaway?
My key takeaway is that people, and when I'm saying people, I'm pointing at you, Chris.
Why did you say it now?
No, it's just that there's a lot of Manchester United fans that are like that, and I personally don't like it, but I think they are paying straight to their veins because everyone knows that United won't win every game.
Yeah.
But when they won against Villa, there was that thing to say, that was my chance to attack Ten Hag and to attack everyone at United. Yeah. Even if you are a United fan. And the Liverpool game was like a bang, like to say, definitely this is when we're going to come on Ten Hag to say, yeah, you're shit, this is what you've been doing. And my takeaway is that Ten Hag has done well in his tenure at United. Yeah. He has had a lot of injuries, and that game just shows that what he can do when he has a good squad and some big games that he can win. So I think it's just saved his job with that Liverpool game.
I'm Ten Hag again, by the way.
He was also of a different opinion, right? That we haven't had as many injuries.
Yeah.
For instance, for now, I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, imagine that boy playing with Licha in a centre back.
Yeah.
Like just imagine what they're gonna cook, because Licha brings in the same.
But you know,
composed vibe. If they're together, you can start building from the back, which is what Ten Hag wants to do.
And for me,
he needs the players who are able to do it.
And for me personally, I think because it's different to say we have a lot of injuries. It depends who is injured and how integral that person who's injured is to the system. I mean, Pep Guardiola can say he has injuries, but a lot of the players that he puts in, they already gel into the system. Also, Klopp, there's a few players that when they're out, he cannot replace them, maybe in terms of understanding the system. But with Ten Hag United, if Lisandro Martinez is out, there's no
in-kind replacement.
Yeah, so it's difficult.
But I think for me personally, I'm Ten Hag in. You know, like because I can see he, as much as I think that game he was just lucky. You know, that Liverpool game he was just lucky because
the fans and the players were up for it.
Yeah, no, because if you look at it, right, Liverpool had so many chances to kill that game. Liverpool probably had 2 or 3, 5 against 2 or 5 against, you know.
But that's like a game of football, bro.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, the reason why United won that game was not because of Ten Hag. It was because of Liverpool shit in front of goal. And again, it goes back to that City game. If Liverpool took their chances, they would have beaten City. Even in that Man United Liverpool game, there were so many chances where Darwin Núñez, Luis Diaz, and Mo Salah himself they were making terrible decisions in the final third.
Yeah.
So
And that resulted in Liverpool not scoring the goals that they wanted. Even in the second half, it was all Liverpool until United equalized. It was one-way traffic, boy. One-way traffic.
No. And I agree, right? In the sense that, and that's football, right?
It is football. Football is like that.
But also, I listened to Ole's interview recently, right?
Yeah.
And he speaks about the time when he played Liverpool. Remember what made him get sacked is when he played, I think he played Tottenham, he played City, Tottenham, Arsenal.
Yeah.
I mean Liverpool.
Yeah.
In 3 games, right? And there was a middle one. So I think we either played City and Liverpool, or Liverpool, and then we lost 5-0 to Liverpool.
Yeah.
And then we went on to go play Tottenham, which we chow.
And then we went to
Right?
Old
3-1 or 3-0.
No,
Yeah.
And then we went on to play City.
Yeah.
And we got cooked.
Yeah,
Proper,
60.
right? and he was talking about it's different how you play against these massive teams.
Yeah, and that's why you say.
Let me now brings me back. You have an option against City or Liverpool.
Yeah.
Do you pack the bus or do you get out and play? And Ole explained that in his last moments, which is it's giving me shades of
Yeah, he said he
Ole,
switched it around.
In his last days, he decided to be more aggressive, to try and test if we're on the same level as these teams.
Okay.
Which is what Ten Hag did, right?
Yeah.
But it feels to me that that's almost a sign of desperation in itself.
It is, because if you're on your way out, you might as well.
You might as well.
Yeah,
So I told Shafu, like, if Ten Hag lost that game, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Nah, he would be sacked.
Yeah.
Like
He would literally be sacked.
He would have gotten a call.
Yeah,
Or he'd be in hot water.
Yeah, already.
And that's what I'm saying is there's inconsistency about how we treat these things.
Yeah.
And we mustn't think that positive play we saw is just based off the manager, right? I see what Ten Hag is trying to do.
Yeah.
Right? I want him to play like that every other game.
Yes.
Right? I don't want him to sit back. Right? I want him to throw his toys now, to risk, to do whatever he needs to do.
Yeah.
You could see even the subs he's bringing on, the players he's bringing on. It's like almost as if he's having a last hurrah.
Yeah.
You know, and you don't want that from your manager. You want him to come out confidently, you know, and be confident in what he's building. So, for me, it's an issue where I don't quite trust him anymore to just play his football, to do what he, because obviously United, and it's maybe the United effect, the fact that it's a big club. So, but for me to play the way we play, and it's a shame. Like, I'd rather lose and we played with pride. I even said that.
Yeah.
Like, in the Liverpool game, I thought we played terrible football.
Shit football.
Like, there's only in the 35 minutes we were going at them.
And that's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm saying to say it's a football game, because when you're saying Liverpool got so many chances in the second half, yes, in the second half we were conservative, but in the first half we could have been tuning up.
Let me show you. There's two things.
Before they scored.
No. There's two things I'm saying. 35 minutes we played really well.
Yeah.
Were we dangerous? I don't think so.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then, but you want to be dangerous. When you have possession, you want to be dangerous.
Yeah.
Right. You need to look like a threat.
Yeah.
Now my issue becomes when you go down and these guys keep on knocking and knocking. To me, honestly, that game was a matter of personal stepping up, right?
Yeah.
And it's not stepping up because the boys have character, right? It's just stepping up because you realize your opponent hasn't won. Like, your opponent hasn't done much to win.
Yeah.
It's not, so I don't trust the character of those boys even now.
Yeah, I think it's also fragile. It's the same thing. You are warming up to doing well, and then all of a sudden you concede one goal. Out.
And then you concede a second one.
Bro, 41 minutes. It's 1-0. And I'm not sure who was watching the match with.
You try to park the bus, you get chowed again.
41 minutes. It's 1 minute. Before halftime, it's 2.
But no, and that's what happened. As soon as we to show you that we're not used to being in this position.
It's weak mentality.
To show you that we're not used to being in this position. We spend how long that goal was scored at, what, 6 minutes, 12 minutes or so?
Yeah, somewhere
there. Right?
Yeah.
You're on top of this team. You should be scoring goals.
Yeah.
And that's the thing.
If any team, Arsenal, City, go up in 1-0.
Yeah,
in 1
in
minute.
that
By 30-35, it's 2-0, 3-0.
Wait.
They're like the previous 6-0s Arsenal has been hitting. You could see it's coming.
Yeah.
Because
If they
by halftime it's already
if they
3-4.
That's what I'm saying. If they score anything in 15 minutes,
Yeah.
because I told you, if teams can contain Arsenal in the first 15, then you won't see such a high score line. But if they score anyway in that first 15, they're gonna be on top of them. So us, as a team that aspires to be there, when you're 1-0 up in 12 minutes, you should bury that game as well. Right? True. We don't. At 40, 41 or 35 onwards, they're on top of us.
Some weak goals.
No, they're on top of us.
I mean, Liverpool had more chances to score. There were clear chances that they didn't score. Then they scored those 2 weak ones. There was just some shambolic.
You could see our defense just sleeping. And then on top of that,
Onana punched the ball
like on top of that 1-0, right? On top of that 1-1. Now you move into a situation where you could see the boys now are rattled. Right? They start to pack the bus to say at least let's go into halftime, and that was disgusting for me to say you're 1-1. You now decide to pack the. Only now you decide to pack. like.
No, probably they wanted to go halftime
1-1.
And then you still concede.
And that's
what was the point?
But in any case,
you could have just.
But in any case, if you are 1-1, then they go for it, then they concede the second one.
No,
you're still going to say just keep it at 1-1.
No,
it's just weak mentality.
I'm saying against a team like Liverpool, or any other big team, we need to learn. You are better off when you have the ball. That's where you need to play. You're better off when you have the ball, when you're a threat. Once you sit back, and our defense, our team is not difficult to break down. We're not that organized. We're not that well coached. We must just be honest.
Maybe just
and not even about being coached. We haven't had a consistent back four. And I've told Shuffle this. Wan-Bissaka just came in back now. Shaw is out. Martinez is out. Harry Maguire now is out. Seemingly, but so dog.
Nah, I hear you 100%, bro. But I think just to conclude on this United matter, what's more satisfying is that we know. Okay, let me say, I know that Manchester United are nowhere near the level of Liverpool. And to win a game like that in a classic match, and that is what is giving me the joy.
Someone who played on a back foot, like they were playing almost with a half clutch, bro. And that's my thing.
But that's that's what United did in the second half. To say, yes, we are 2-1 down, but they know it could go to 5, 6, 7. So they were just keeping it there to give themselves a chance.
I don't think we had any choice in that.
Yeah, but I'm just.
Liverpool decided for us.
Yeah.
And then we decided
by missing those chances.
And we were like, we can win this game. Yeah. I think personally, after that 2-1, Ten Hag had lost hope.
Yeah, true.
Only at 75, 8, you realize.
Because you see with the substitution,
but that's even shit, bro. Let's be honest. You look to the bench. There's literally no one. You bring on Anton. Even him, Anton. I didn't expect anything from him because he has been playing with his bench shit for most of the time.
Serious question.
Yeah.
Why did Ten Hag out Kobe Mainoo at that game at 78 minutes?
No, he was tired.
He was tired.
No, he was like if you look at the ground that he covered in the first half and most of the second half. Remember, he was playing with 2 number 10s. Basically,
he was the only one.
He was the only one with the defensive.
And who ended the game with Bruno.
And remember that Liverpool midfield is very mobile, boy. Endo, McAllister, and Sobos, they run for days,
the whole time.
You know, so it was very, very difficult for him to cover the ground there. And you could there's a tackle that he made, right? I think it was Elliott when he was trying to shoot. And you could see after he made that tackle, he was out of his breath. Boy. He was out of it.
And that's the role of the manager, to manage the minutes. Yeah.
So I understood taking off, but me, I'm 10 in, guys. I'm enjoying what I'm seeing.
Yeah, but I think you are 10 in because you're enjoying the what's this thing? The chaos, and you're
enjoying our suffering.
Yeah, you're enjoying the suffering. But me, I'm 10 in, full in. Personally, I don't think there is someone who can do a better job than Ten Hag currently.
There's none.
And also, it's not his first season, right? So if you bring a new manager, just know that whatever. If you think you have Martinez, if you think you have any other player, Dalot, even if you think you have Kobe Mainoo, just know that the coach that you're hiring, he has every right to dismantle everything.
Everything, yeah.
So if you thought you had Dalo playing or Canacho playing, that coach can just say, I don't want these players.
Actually, we need to actually see. We haven't done this in a while, right?
Yeah.
See the good characters we have in the team. Like the guys who've really stepped up. What's your top 3, top 4, 5? The players who you think must definitely stay at United. Come rain or something.
Okay, this episode is going in a direction which I did not anticipate, but it's fine because we started it. I think Dalo, bro. I think Dalo is our best player currently.
Yeah,
if I have to be honest, yes, he's our best player. If we have to say we're selling everyone,
Dalo must stay.
He's the one that a lot of teams are going to come for him.
Definitely.
And that says a lot about him. He has stepped up. He's the way that you cannot press him. It's either he switches the ball, he can dribble you, but he's composed and he's a modern day right back. And if you look at the reason we brought him back when we was on loan in AC Milan is exactly because of that.
PSG, wasn't he at PSG?
No, he went on loan to AC Milan. And Jose Mourinho during his time there.
PSG,
no, we brought him from, but I think it was somewhere in Portugal. But Benfica. Benfica, I think. But one of these lower leagues. And Mourinho during his time, he said, Diogo Dalot is one of the best right back for his generation, and I think
it's true. Yeah.
For me, I'm giving him that's number one, and the other one, okay, Kobe Mainoo standard. He's not played a lot of games, but you can see his class, who's in class, and I see Canacho standard, Hoyland standard. I think Bruno Fernandes, I'll give it to him because he saved us when the times were rough, when he was the only good player. Now he's just suffering because of other factors, but it's when he came in under Ole, he was the only good player and he saved us a lot of times, and there's no coincidence that he's the captain. So I will keep him, and then I think I've reached 5. The rest, I think Lisandro Martinez.
No, I like he hasn't played much.
He hasn't played much, but I would say sell him. But
I think the keeping is based off this season.
What have you played out based on this season?
Martinez obviously.
You wouldn't want to say.
But hey, even him with his injuries, it might be.
Kevin is still asking, where is Mason Mount?
That one I will say.
For how much?
We put him for 60. Probably now we can sell him for 15. I guess. I don't know.
No, but then let's.
He hasn't played, but it's unfair.
Let's move on to the Chelsea that with financial woes.
Which Chelsea? Which Chelsea?
But you heard they have to dump players, according to FFP.
No, FFP.
They have a deadline to make a certain amount of money by June. By the summer.
But this thing of FFP, I think.
No, it's literally serious now. It's not like the charges.
No, but it's fine. I think this thing of FFP works for smaller teams. For City, Chelsea, Liverpool, Chelsea, it doesn't really work. They've already docked points for Nottingham Forest. They've docked points for Everton, but they've not done anything for any of the other big teams.
And it's
for me, it's better for you.
Corruption.
You'd rather ban me from signing players than for me to play and you subtract points in the season.
Apparently, for
how
this
will
one,
they go to the decisions quickly?
This one, they have to reach a certain target by June, which means they have to dump players.
It won't be the first time for Chelsea. They've been banned for one time in the transfer market. So
it won't be a transfer market ban. That's the thing.
But if they dog the
Chelsea where they are, if they dog points,
it's relegation.
Now let's move on, James. I think this rain is not good enough. I'm not sure. Let me just hear the sound. I can still feel it, but let's go to the agenda. It's late, but let's try to be quick. The big match this weekend: Liverpool versus
Manchester
City versus Arsenal. First of all, let's start with the score prediction. What do you think, Chef?
Manchester City is playing at home.
I think this is the best chance we have to get the result at the Etihad.
In terms of form.
In terms of form and the type of players we have now. You know? I think this is the best time for us to go there and get a result. I don't think we're gonna win because I just feel like we are very similar to how City play. Right? But City has better players, than us. So if you basically go toe to toe with them, the chances of us coming out on top are very slim.
Agree.
So I think it's gonna be a draw. In fact, I'm praying for a draw. I don't think we're gonna win.
I also think
it's gonna be a draw. Maybe like a 1-1 draw, or maybe a 2-2 draw. But I think it's going to be a draw because, first of all, we don't have a striker. You know? We don't have a striker, and I heard Bukayo Saka is not fully fit. I think Bukayo Saka is not fully fit.
Yeah.
Gabriel, I heard he's not. There's doubts because he pulled out of the Brazil squad. So, and I think if you look at our team, the success of our team has been our defense. The consistency of Raya, Saliba, and Gabriel and Declan Rice in front of them. So I think if now Gabriel is doubtful or is injured, it's going to be a problem because who are we going to put there? Because it's been basically we've been playing with 4 centre backs. Ben White is a centre back, then you have Saliba, Gabriel, and Kivio, right? So basically, and if you look at City, they also play with 4 centre backs as well.
Yeah.
You know. So I don't know if, let's say, Gabriel is out, who's going to replace him? We can't play Zinchenko. And Timber is not fully fit yet. I'm not sure about Tomiyasu, but I'm very, very, very doubtful with that game, you know. But I think it's going to be a 2-2 draw.
Oh, fair enough.
I say it's going to be a 3-2 or 3-1.
Yeah.
To City, obviously. Because I think I agree with him, right? And it's not even about injuries or what's happening, right? Because all teams have injuries. I think I look at the character of the players you have, right? And the character of Liverpool, of City players. And not to say they're big characters.
Yeah.
But they have the experience to carry them through.
Yeah.
Right? Secondly, I think Arteta, Pep as a manager, right? Because you guys play very similar football. It might come down to it might come down to how the manager it also comes down to how the manager, the changes they make, right? Which you don't have the depth to start with, but also your Arteta has made very questionable decisions in terms of how he changes forms or changes the changes he brings on. So I think it's going to come down to those two things, and so therefore Pep is going to win 3-1, 3-2.
Myself, I personally think it's going to be a draw, and I think a draw is not a bad result for Arsenal.
Because considering we beat them at the Emirates this season,
and even though they Manchester City, they will want to win. They also don't want to go all out because they know that Arsenal can hit you. So they will also be conservative. That's why I'm viewing the game. It's probably going to be a 1-1 draw or 2-2 draw because we expect goals. But yeah, I mean, and I'm also rooting for Arsenal to win, but I know that the closest thing to a win for Arsenal is probably a draw. So
but
it's going to take us I think you see if we had a world class
number 9. And you can't do a double against Manchester City.
No, you can't. I think if we had a world class number 9 and a world class manager, we'll get a result.
Yeah, maybe.
I
they have everything. They have everything you don't have.
Yeah.
Like they have.
They literally have everything you don't have.
And that's the edge they're gonna have in the game.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, for me, I'm not convinced that they can do it. They can get over the line, and win against it. Like, I'm not convinced. Arteta, shambolic again in terms of.
Exactly, and if you look at our team now, Martinelli is injured, man. And putting Trossard with Havertz and Bukayo Saka, it's not balanced. It's not balanced because Trossard, he's a technician, man. He likes coming inside. So basically, when Trossard is playing, you have Trossard, Kai Havertz, and Odegaard. And if you look at all these 3 players, they are quite similar because they all like playing in pockets and all of those things. But if we have Martinelli on the wing,
Martinelli is like a conventional.
He's full on, full speed on the wing. So it gives the room for Kai Havertz to loiter and also give chance to Odegaard. But if we have Trossard, he likes coming inside, and we don't have an overlapping fullback. So basically, you have a centre back, and then you have Trossard, and then you have Kai Havertz, right?
Actually,
and then it's you don't have an outlet.
I've seen.
That's good analysis.
It's actually proper because it's the same thing we always complain about, like in terms of, so like at United, it's the same thing. You see, we like these players who like to drift or don't like to come in. It's like you need a players who can do both, almost drift in, come out. Which I think if you look at Trossard's heat map, he's always trying to come in, and Havertz now he likes drifting, but you need someone who's gonna be able to pull players for you.
Which Martinelli is very good at that, and I don't know if he will be fit for this game, but if he's fit, then if he plays, then we have a chance.
Don't you think? And this is something I think Arteta is not willing to do.
Yeah.
If I was Arteta, some point in the game I'd bring in Smith Rowe. But he doesn't have the guts to bring in.
But he's not
but that's what I'm saying. Is he wouldn't make but Pep would bring in Bob. For instance, you get what I mean?
Pep Guardiola can play in the midfield.
But no. I mean, and remember, this is not a player like for like change. It's not about the player. It's about the tactics you want to play, and that's what I'm saying. Arteta doesn't pay much attention to that. To say you have players who are just drifting inside, but they're not drifting outside. So you need to expose those areas. And he wouldn't make that tactical decision. He'd say, this is my squad, I trust it, let's go.
And I think for me, if we want to get a result or win this game, play Partey in midfield.
But Partey is back. Is rusty. Rusty.
Listen, dog, Partey is our best midfielder, and he has played in big games. You know.
Yeah, but it's not like it's going to be alone. So it's
exactly.
Fair. Yeah,
so if as Arsenal fans, we've been calling for a midfield of Partey, Declan Rice, and Odegaard.
But Partey is on his way out, bro. I think it's intentional that he's not playing.
I think he's...
No, true. I agree. That's hence what I'm saying.
And the reason he's not going to play is because of those reasons, rather than the tactical reasons.
Yeah, there's no tactical reason at this point.
Because there's a lot of games that have needed Partey in the past, but he's never played because of those reasons.
No, but I also hate this guy, dog. Like Arteta for what he's doing, dog. Like he's so... Like I don't get it, boy. And he did this to a lot of players while he was still coming in.
Boy,
like I don't get it, bro. Just play. Like you can see when you're on your way out with him. Like
you see Arteta,
it makes it clear. Even Saliba, he was not. He loaned him out because of those other issues.
But I'm saying, how do you build squad depth if you're not rotating? And so this is something Ole spoke about, right? To say the reason he kept some of the players, or he thinks the reason why some of the players stayed at United is because he'd rotate them. He'd say, you'll get your game time. Arteta probably tells them straight up, you're not going to play for me. Like, I mean, this is a clear sign that Partey is on his way out. Like, there's no way he can convince him to say, stay, let's establish midfield depth. You know, he can't do that.
Okay. You should listen to how Arsenal midfielders speak about Partey, boy, and you'd understand how good this guy is.
Partey is class, bro.
Like, Partey is class, boy.
Partey from being an Atletico Madrid substitute to being an integral part of an Arsenal team that is weak in the midfield to being... Because Partey, he was one of the players that were solid for Arsenal to rise to where they are now.
Like, he's our best, I think, in terms of pure footballing ability, right? I think Trossard is number one, then Partey is number two. As a footballer,
because there was that argument of Partey or Rodri or Casemiro, and it was worth it. It was fair. It was a fair comparison. It
was a fair comparison
because they play in the same position, and you could see what Partey was bringing in.
But speaking of ability, dog, let's move on to the 11 starting 11, like the best starting 11 from the two teams.
Let's move on to that. Let's be quick. If we were to do a combined
Jeff
11,
the one who has an opinion.
So we'll give it to Jeff this one. We'll just have Jack's there.
But I don't think you'll admit that City fans, is he gonna admit that City players are?
No, but it's fine. Let's hear what he's going to say.
Okay.
If in a 4-3-3, if we were to combine Arsenal versus Manchester City, let's start with the goalkeeper.
Okay, if you're being honest,
but let's just say we're not saying the squad from like their squad based on other seasons. We're just saying I was saying at this point of the season, like with the players that they have available. So if you know that they are not going to have like a Kevin De Bruyne, you can't put him there, for example. I'm just saying now for the game that we have on Sunday.
I think
goalkeeper.
Okay, obviously goalkeeper is gonna. Let's do this. Name. If you're going for this season.
Yeah, currently, right now. Yeah, if you have to combine the possible starting 11 for Sunday, just because any other season, or if you just talk in general in terms of footballing ability, most of the Manchester City players will make a way there. So.
I think in terms of defense,
goalkeeper.
Okay, let's start with the goalkeeper.
But you must also distinguish whether it's Ederson with VAR or without VAR.
No,
because
me, I put Raya.
No, that's what I was saying.
That's why I'm saying you need to make a distinction. Because sometimes
Ederson is the suspect, bro.
I put Raya.
Like the past 2 years, the past 2 seasons is the suspect.
And I said this last season that I think Ederson, you take him out of the City team. I don't think he performed that.
No, you see, Ederson is the only player where you can take out from that City team and replace him easily.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
Like, you can put...
you saw with Ortega when he came
exactly.
in.
We don't meet... Like,
there's nothing that, you know? So I think in goalkeeper, I would put Raya.
I also put Raya.
Sensational this season, boy.
And he has the most clean sheets in the Premier League currently.
And considering the fact that how Arteta integrated him into the team, the way the fans were so
and the
against noise, and he managed to kill down all the noise and show his class.
Sorry, boy, just on that point of Raya, I've seen interviews when Jamie Carragher and
Thierry Henry and
so I now remember that clip when Carragher messed up and said Kate was not loyal to to his fiance, to her fiance. But those sessions were just after the match when the court players were playing. So when they're on the pitch side, I've seen Carragher and basically the whole team of analysts calling players. I think they called, I'm not sure who it was for Arsenal, some point last season, and then they asked which one would you choose, or in terms of winning the league. But Raya, they asked him if what he choose between winning the Premier League and the Champions League, and he just said both with a straight face. And I think that's the character that Arsenal needs. You need people that are convinced that they are good enough that they can win. It doesn't really mean that they are going to go on and win it, but it's the mentality. And with Raya, I can see it on the field with all the noise that was happening, and I can also see it with what he says. Like, he's not phased.
Boy, Raya's class and fine. I think
Raya's too much, bro.
If watching him, I love beautiful footballers, people that make you love football. And if you watch David Raya play, you would understand why I'm so in love with him, dog. He's such a good footballer. Apart from being a goalkeeper, he's such a good footballer, dog.
I think it also goes to what we're saying about MAINOO, and because it's one thing playing, but what you say and how you.
I think we must just also start analyzing these football players off the pitch. Because Raya is also just that guy.
Dog, he's that guy.
He's also just that guy.
Boy,
I think there's some of them.
I think I'd give Raya, Saliba, and Gabriel in defense.
Raya, Saliba, and Gabriel in defense. Okay.
Because I haven't been convinced with the City defenders this year.
I'll throw a span in the works and put in Diaz. Don't you think he makes a case?
He hasn't been the Diaz of the treble winning season. He hasn't been the Diaz of the previous season.
But to be fair, because I was thinking,
I'd put Ake above Diaz.
If you chose Akanji.
Yeah.
You can even make a case for Akanji.
But I was thinking because Saliba is definitely in there. Sorry, boy. Saliba is definitely in there.
But I think Gabriel has been our best defender.
But it's very unfair too, because Gabriel, if there's one player that I rate highly at Arsenal, which I think he is underrated maybe by other people, is Gabriel. So
Gabriel
it's unfair for me to. And Saliba, there's no way to say Saliba is out and Gabriel is in. So I probably agree with you. Back three, Raya.
I think
Arsenal, defenders.
I think what we lack as well as football fans, is consistency, bro. And you spoke about it when you touched on Bruno. Gabriel has been there, dog.
Oh, he's been consistent,
and the fact that he's still performing at the same level as Saliba.
And now he's performing at a higher level.
Now he's even at a higher level.
He's taking up the leadership, bro.
He's leading.
And even when you watch him play, he's the one who organizes the defense. He's the one who shouts. He's the one pulling players.
But the way he's so composed on the ball. The way he's so composed on the ball.
Father.
There was this other game. Was it the Liverpool game or I think it was the Liverpool game. A Man City game where you pass the goal that was scored where Havertz missed and
and then Saka scored.
The back, it was a Liverpool.
He was the one because that's where they put the most pressure on him. Then the way he just released it to the winger. I mean, Gabriel is class. So what are we saying? We're saying Raya, Saliba, Gabriel. Okay, right back. Kyle Walker, left back.
Hey, left back is very tricky, dog.
Who's the left back for City now?
They don't have a left back. They play. Sometimes they play Cavadio or whoever. So it's not really.
Who plays left back in Arsenal?
Nah, gentlemen.
Zinchenko and Cavadio.
Nah, the rain is too much now. The rain is too much.
You can't hear anything.
I can't hear shit now. It's too much. So
can you not reduce this? Like so that we speak closer maybe.
Nah, the tire is too much, bro. Like so in already 43 minutes here. I say let's wait for it. Let's wait it out.
Then you have to pause.
Yeah, we'll pause and then wait it out. Okay. Because it was much better, but now I can't hear shit.
Yeah, it's
alright. Then I'll pause here.
Sure.
Hey, cut the music, DJ.
Cut the camera.
Cut the camera.
But yeah, bro, you were still saying left back, bro.
Hey, the left back one is very tricky, bro. I think Nathan Ake is the only viable option I think of.
Because Kivio is also not a left back.
Yeah, Kivio is not a left back.
And Ake is playing in that position
much better than Kivio. Yeah.
With Ake, right back. Kyle Walker. Standard. In the midfield, we're playing 4-3-3. So me, I'll start with Rice. Is inside.
Yeah, I think for me, my midfield would be Rodri, Declan Rice, Kevin De Bruyne.
Standard. That's the midfield that I have.
Rodri, Rice, Kevin De Bruyne.
Rodri holds Rice up and down. You know he's supposed to go. No. You can go cut somewhere else. Kevin De Bruyne, bro. Kevin De Bruyne, bro. Bro.
Kevin De Bruyne is class.
No chance.
I love what they got there. But Kevin De Bruyne's levels, bro.
Alright.
Kevin De Bruyne's levels. I think the front three, it's where it gets controversial.
Let's start with the right winger. Saka or Foden?
Saka, bro.
I'll pick Foden.
I think
this season, bro.
But Saka still has more goals than Foden. It's just that I don't watch goals.
This season, bro.
Yeah.
Foden, Saka.
No, listen.
This season.
No, wait.
Wait.
No, I hear what you're saying. Right? But I think Foden is class, boy.
Yeah.
You know, like Foden is class, and he's as a footballer, he's better than Saka.
Yeah.
You know, but I feel like
the contribution to the team.
Yeah. Also, I was listening to Troops, and he made such a valid point, to say the reason why Foden is so good is because he's playing with world-class players in his team. So, for instance, if you look at Foden, as he was a youngster, he used to look up to players like David Silva.
He played with them.
He played like players with David Silva, Yaya Toure, all of these guys, you know. Then there's now this Kevin De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva, Riyad
I understand,
Mahrez.
and Saka was at some point he played left back.
You know,
he played
and when you're in an environment like that, for instance, Cesc Fabregas, when he came into the Arsenal team, right, when he broke through, the reason why he was so good when he was so young, it was because he had players like Vieira, Petit, you know, Dennis Beckham to learn from. So that's why I think
that's just an inspiring story to say he's doing well.
Yeah,
it doesn't mean like it doesn't mean
in terms of outputs, Bukayo Saka is more effective than Phil Foden.
Yeah, but he's not a player. Are we still on?
Yeah, let's go, gentlemen. Let's push
I'm just saying, like, he's not I'm not gonna put him in a team based on that.
Yeah.
Because when I put them face like 1-on-1, I think Foden is still a dope, is still a better footballer.
Yeah, that's not the question today. Today is that in a combine, whether you play with Fabregas or Silva, who do you put in the right player?
No, I put
Foden.
I put Foden.
I put Foden as well. Like as much as it happens.
For me, Starboy.
For me, I feel like the argument that Saka has contributes more to the team. I mean,
you know what
with Foden, even when he's there or is not there, Manchester City will win.
Yeah.
But with Saka, they need him. They know.
No. But here's what I say. Here's what I say. Right, Haaland was out. De Bruyne was out. Who was cooking?
With 7 goals. And remember, he scored most of them in one game against United.
No. But Foden was cooking. Foden was scoring.
I mean, if you have to compare Saka,
front three, Grealish wasn't there as well.
Yeah.
Doku is a fraud.
Doku's a fraud.
I mean, I could make that argument easily for him. And to say he's been consistent. When you call upon him, he cooks. It's not his fault that he's always in a system that kind of works.
No,
and he's well coached.
I understand. But continue, bro. Continue.
I think any day he starts ahead of him.
No,
and but let's say in the England context, would you start Saka or
Saka?
I'll start Saka
he's been starting ahead of Foden.
Yeah.
Saka is big.
And also Saka, that England game against Belgium. Foden was there, but you could see that who's that other guy on the other left was Anthony Gordon.
Yeah, I think it was
he cooked more than him because Foden was much. But Foden was much better inside as a number 10 than he is.
He's Gordon Ramsay.
Gordon Ramsay boy. Gordon Ramsay boy. No, but I think for me,
I think I'll put Saka as well.
Yeah, I think Phil Foden. I think it's the same. It's the same thing that we were talking about. There's certain players. It's like comparing Riyad Mahrez and Mohamed Salah, right? Riyad Mahrez is a better footballer than Mo Salah, but a lot of people consider Mo Salah world class than Riyad Mahrez because of his effectiveness.
Yes,
and Salah carries the team.
And Salah carries the team, and he provides the goals and the assists, and that's what you need in football.
Yeah,
and that's what I think. Literally, Mahrez is a Foden. And Saka,
and that's what I'm saying. Because I'm not saying Foden is the worst player than I prefer Foden as a footballer, but in a right wing,
why does this always happen? That you guys cook people because they've never had to play in those kind of conditions.
I mean,
you know this thing, ne? I always have to fight about it because I don't get it. I've never been in that situation. Kikanaga. like I'm just and the thing is, the only way you can really truly measure the two players is if you put Foden into that kind of situation.
Yeah, but in a 4-3-3,
which he doesn't need to be.
No, listen,
he has never been.
Exactly. You know how you see. He made a prime example. Foden was playing for England, right? When you look at Foden in an England shirt and Saka in an English shirt, Saka is clear ahead of him, boy, because of the different type of players that he plays.
Yes, we know he's a much talented footballer, Foden, based on what you've said. But that England team needed Saka than Foden. Because they need a right winger, not someone's going to cut it because there's no.
For me, and it goes down to who coaches you and what kind of system you play in, right? But at the same time, are we then saying Foden must go to a football is uncomfortable for you?
No, we're not saying he needs to grow. Foden is perfect where he is. He plays the good football. This season has been sensational, I think. I think
Saka is just used to not being coached. Let's be honest. Southgate is. That's why he's clear of him in an English shirt. Because Southgate is a trash coach, right? Because literally, you see Southgate, he puts in the best team on the day, and he says, "Go play."
But Saka,
but flourishes when he's coached.
Yeah, but even in a Manchester City outfit, Foden is not a out and out right winger, just like Bernardo Silva.
Exactly.
And I feel like Bernardo Silva plays the right wing better than Foden.
Okay, so here's what I'd say. I'd say we're putting Saka because that's where he plays.
That's his natural position.
And then it's gonna be difficult for a lot of Pep players.
It's like
to
Bernardo
put them
Silva
in a traditional position.
Yeah.
Because the reason we haven't even mentioned John Stones as a good centre back.
Johnny Stones.
Where the hell does he play, right? Like, let's be honest. Most Pep players, it's only Haaland, I think, maybe even De Bruyne.
Yeah, so
are the only players in that squad.
Like natural
who I can say
they
have a definite position.
So right wing with Saka standard.
Yeah.
Standard.
Striker Haaland. Left wing, I think left wing is because Martinelli, right? I like him, but this season for me he's not really fired. And if Grealish, man,
Grealish.
Then who do you put there?
And also I was going to Doku, bro.
Let's put Foden there if he can play.
Nah.
I think I'll put Trossard, bro.
Boy,
I have to, bro.
Like,
I have to, bro.
That's where I was going.
I have to, bro. Like and I'm not saying that Trossard is way ahead of all the players that you've mentioned, but in his position, like if we had to rate Trossard, Doku, Martinelli, Grealish, who is number one there?
But so how many Arsenal players did we say? We said Raya. We said the two centre.
It's not about how many Arsenal players I was talking about.
I wanna see
specific.
No, okay. I wanna see.
Okay, so
Raya, the two centre backs.
Yeah, Gabriel and Saliba.
Declan Rice.
We have Saka. That's fair. But that's fair.
Okay, 6.
Yeah,
in the 4-3-3, that's fair.
Yeah. Because I mean, obviously Haaland is clear. Kevin De Bruyne is clear. Rodri is clear.
And there's a lot of clear players. I think Bernardo Silva can make a case for him, but you cannot play Rodri. You can't play him.
You can't play him in
our system.
You can't kick anyone else.
Yeah, you can't pick anyone else. So
and also you can't put him on the left.
Yeah, so
because he's never played.
By the way, so in midfield we said who and who?
It's Declan Rice
and Rodri.
Rodri and the Kevin De Bruyne. That's the best.
It's a no-brainer.
If I had to put Kobe MAINOO somewhere,
fine.
But it's fine. I think, gentlemen, the rain is fighting us. Apologies for the sound.
But are we gonna do predictions?
Yeah, let's predict. Quick in.
You didn't give us your prediction for the City game. You said
I said 2-2.
Yeah, 2-2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Liverpool, Brighton.
Okay, let's start. You want to start there? I think let's go backward. Liverpool, Brighton. Liverpool at Anfield. I think Liverpool's going to win, bro.
Yeah, Liverpool. Brighton have been shit this season.
For Liverpool, it's going to be worse when you have Manchester City playing Arsenal and then you lose. Because you are the biggest loser of the weekend. You can't do that.
They can't afford
so I think Liverpool's going to win.
Plus they
they
always win at Anfield.
Brentford United. Brentford is at home. I think United.
This one it's a tricky one.
I think United will win.
United will win, bro.
Yeah, away I think we will win.
Yeah.
I think away will win.
It used to be like before. It was one of those games where you can say, but Brentford are not that good this season.
Currently,
we'll win 1-1.
What would you say is your best midfield
currently?
Yeah, like with the players you guys have.
I would say Casemiro, MAINOO, Bruno Fernandes,
and then what?
Double pivot.
Yeah. Okay. No, it's fine.
Yeah.
But Eriksen is back.
Eriksen is tired, doesn't have heart. And I saw a clip of him complaining to say, but he's a professional, he understands that, I mean.
He did say
he was just saying he needs more game time.
Yeah,
so
but it's a
if I had to say players that are going to leave, it's probably Eriksen this summer.
Where to?
I don't know, Saudi Arabia.
You guys don't realize that
Denmark.
Yeah, Saudi Arabia.
You guys don't realize, like, you'd rather play half the season at United than play well. You guys don't get it.
I understand, but with Eriksen, he strikes me as a player who likes playing, and he is that player.
And for him, the fact that he came back from a hard.
So he wants to play. He doesn't want the status of United. I mean, he could have went to United when he was still hot with both Dele Alli in 2018, 2017. He didn't. But now he's just interested in playing. So Aston Villa Wolves.
Let's pass that.
That's gonna be an interesting.
I'm going
it's gonna be a weird.
Aston Villa on a decline. Because you want top 4.
Yeah.
Nobody's confirmed. Top 5 is also going to Champions.
It's not confirmed, is it?
It's likely, highly likely.
It's highly likely, but it depends on how the English teams do.
But they're already fine.
They are not. I mean, we still have Arsenal in the Champions League. Which is
Arsenal! It's Arsenal! And it's Arsenal!
and Brighton also. Brighton, they lost very badly against Roma.
Yeah.
So it's not looking good also on that. So yeah, Tottenham Luton recalising on the score sheet.
But what happened to Spurs very last game when they lost 4-0?
It's that highlight.
Boy,
It's the highlight, though.
you can't do that thing.
They were,
every
full,
game.
they were full of it. They were full of it. But I know Fulham is dangerous.
Yeah, Fulham is dangerous, bro. Palina.
Yo,
Who's the striker that came to life against
even
Spurs?
our rejected Andre Pereira and the Cordova League, and he's back full force.
No. Fulham are cooking.
And
bro.
Iwobi's cooking, boy. Hey,
Hey, Alex Iwobi.
He cooked United. Yeah, I was head, boy.
And then Chelsea.
No, Chelsea Penny, gentlemen. Let's go.
Chelsea.
Let's go.
Chelsea Penny.
Chelsea.
Cheers. Newcastle, West Ham. West Ham.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna
I
do
think
a
it's gonna
bounce
be a
back.
draw, baby.
Yeah, I know.
Nah, but it's been a day. I'm calling it.
Let's call it, gentlemen. But ladies and gentlemen,
When it rains, it pours.
the rain is pouring very much. If you can still hear us, shout out to you. We are
Shout out
starting
to
to
you.
hear ourselves.
You have a little bench
Yeah,
wall.
We are starting to hear
Please
ourselves.
subscribe, man. We are trying to grow the channel. Please like, share, and subscribe.
Actually,
Road to 1,000, bro. Road to 1,000. We're already 200.
boom.
Yeah, let's call it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's match day. Shout out to yours too.
Danko.
Danko.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's match day.